Prince Harry didn't tell immediately Meghan Markle the results of his conversation with the Queen, but did this. Prince Harry attended a meeting with Queen Elizabeth and Prince Charles earlier this year after he and Meghan Markle announced their plans to quit the firm. In January, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex initially wanted to be semi-working royals. This meant that they will still perform their royal duties while also being allowed to take part in causes that are not connected to the monarchy. But after the conversation that Prince Harry had with his grandmother and father, he learned that the Queen could not possibly agree with his terms. As such, Prince Harry was met with the impossible task of telling his wife about what transpired during the meeting. However, the Duke of Sussex waited for a bit before ringing Markle, and the first thing that he did was to gather the Sussex aides to tell them about the Queen's decision, after which Prince Harry texted Markle and told her what happened. Shortly after the meeting, the Queen released a statement revealing that they had a constructive discussion about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's future. The Queen also referred to the couple as Harry and Meghan for the first time ever in a statement. This coincides with Her Majesty's decision to ban Prince Harry and Meghan Markle from using the word royal in anything that they would use. As such, the couple was forced to shut down their Sussex Royal Instagram account. The Queen didn't strip Harry and Markle of their royal titles, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but they are no longer referred to as His Royal Highness and Her Royal Highness. After the meeting, the Queen revealed that there will be a 12-month trial period for Prince Harry and Markle. This means that the couple will be allowed to do whatever they wish to do within the next 12 months. But after a year, the Queen would see if quitting the firm is really what is best for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. However, royal experts are convinced that there will be no longer any discussions early next year. After all, the royal family already made it clear that they didn't have any ties to Prince Harry after he made a controversial comment about the US elections. Meghan Markle accused of peligrism. Internet users do not miss it. Meghan Markle was attacked on social networks after a speech which was allegedly plagiarized and which was made this Wednesday, October the 14th, during the virtual summit of the most powerful women of fortune, Next Gen. Meghan Markle has no room for mistakes. This Wednesday, October the 14th, the Duchess of Sussex gave a 15-minute speech at the virtual summit of the most powerful women of fortune, Next Gen, and was pinned by internet users. The young woman who is so disparaged in England and who now currency her appearances in major conferences would have made a speech very similar to the one given in a documentary that the Netflix platform has put online recently. Indeed, netizens noticed that the actress's comments on the dangers of social media addiction were almost identical to those in the documentary. The social dilemma, which returns to the dark side of social media. There is very little in the world where you considered a user. People who are addicted to drugs and those who are on social media, said Meghan Markle, except as reported by The Sun in The Social Dilemma. Statistician Edward Tufte says the same thing. There are only two industries that their customers uses illegal drugs and social media. Meghan heckled on social networks while denouncing the violence of social networks. Meghan Markle was heckled on Twitter. Scam, plagiarism, lie, so many words that have been used on this network to qualify the words of Prince Harry's wife. Oh my God, Meghan gets paid to talk about social media but uses clips from Netflix documentary The Social Dilemma. One internet user protested, and who else is denouncing the TIG? Sussex Royal Instagram, Twitter, liar. Harry, will the prince spend Christmas without Meghan Markle? For everyone, Christmas celebrations are particularly difficult to organize in this year, 2020, under the sign of COVID-19. This is even more the case for Harry and Meghan, who do not yet know if they will travel to England. In a little over 2 months, it's Christmas time. That of 2020 promises to be really special indeed. Because of COVID-19, it's difficult to know if the borders will be open, if travel within the same country will be possible, and if families will be able to meet in large numbers. Emmanuel Macron, during his speech on Wednesday, October the 14th, for example, hammered out the instructions of 6 people maximum during private events. It's hard to imagine a festive Christmas in these conditions in other countries around the world. Health authorities also have the restrictions. Among the Sussexes, add to that a great indecision and not to fierce desire to get closer to Great Britain at the end of September. However, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle seemed ready to take a step towards the rest of the family by going to England for the holiday season and thus allow Archie to see his great-grandmother and great-grandfather in particular. Meghan Markle not sure. A week later, change of the tone. According to Katie Nicholl, royal specialist for Vanity Fair and author of the book Harry and Meghan, the couple have decided not to celebrate Christmas with the British royal family for the second year in a row. They are really enjoying their new life in California and their new home. They have no plan to return to the UK for Christmas, argues the royal expert. Finally, Wednesday, the 14th, US Weekly announces that Prince Harry could go to his family without Meghan. If Frogmore Cottage was prepared for the arrival of Harry's vacation in December, a source specifies the American media. She adds that for the moment, Meghan is not sure to come with Harry. What about Archie in all of this? There are still 60 days to decide. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle not leaving Los Angeles in the foreseeable future. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are not planning to return to London anytime soon, but will instead remain in Los Angeles for the foreseeable future. The confirmation comes amid reports that the couple, or at least Harry, will be in the UK before December this year. A source from the couple's camp told Entertainment Weekly that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will continue to follow the guidelines in the US amid the COVID-19 threat. Since travel restrictions are still in place, Harry and Meghan will only come home if there is a concerning matter about the health of a family member. Another insider confirmed to Vanity Fair that Harry and Meghan will be firmly in Los Angeles for the Christmas season. They plan on spending the holidays in their new home in Montecito, California, and won't be crossing the Atlantic to join the royal family at Sandringham. The source said that the quarantine situation will make travel arrangements quite difficult for the family. That was the only reason as to why the Sussex pair have no plans of coming back to England. Previous reports have insisted that Queen Elizabeth wants Harry to come home within the next few weeks so she could tell off her grandson about his political advocacy in the US. Sources told the Sun that royal household members were given instructions to prepare Frogmore Cottage, Harry's home in the UK, because they will be flying back for his meeting with the Queen, sans his wife. Others speculated that the Duke of Sussex needs to leave the US to fix his visa issues because he's a foreigner staying in the country for more than 180 days. There have also been reports that Prince Harry and Meghan need to get back to London to prepare for the Duchess's trial against the Associated Newspapers on January the 11th at the High Court. Per Fox News, the law requires Meghan to make a personal appearance, and if a quarantine is mandatory, they will need to arrive earlier to self-isolate for 2 weeks. However, this recent confirmation about the non-existent travel plans, the Sussex pair might have planned a different arrangement for the trial. Prince Harry did say, however, that he could have gone home earlier if not for COVID-19. He said he wants to be in England when the country hosts the World Rugby Cup in 2021. What if Meghan Markle didn't accompany Harry for the holidays, the rumour swells. While he's decided to lead a new life in the US, away from the pressure of the crown, Prince Harry is expecting to return to England in the coming months. According to our colleagues at US Weekly, it could be that the Duke of Sussex is travelling alone, Meghan Markle probably preferring to avoid any annoyance with her in-laws. The Queen awaits him firmly. As recently reported by our British colleagues, Prince Harry is preparing for his return to England, as for the first time since the Brexit and his installation in his luxurious villa in Santa Barbara. The Duke of Sussex to take advantage of his stay to speak with his grandmother Elizabeth II, who didn't really appreciate that he got involved in politics during his last public interventions. It is one thing that for the American actress to block Donald Trump, but has Harry forgotten that as a member of the royal family he did? There is no doubt that His Majesty will not fail to remind him during their interview. Speaking of Meghan Markle, this one might not be on the trip. According to a source who spoke to US Weekly, Frogmore Cottage has been prepared for Harry's vacation arrival in December. What about Meghan? Undoubtedly anxious at the idea of seeing the British royal family, which she has all the same band a little since her departure for the United States. The Duchess of Sussex would still hesitate to accompany her husband for the moment. Meghan is not sure to travel with Harry, confided the same source to our colleagues. Suspense, Meghan Markle ready to make an effort for Christmas. But while they had spent the previous Christmas holidays in Canada, the Sussexes, who now lead a more than comfortable life in the United States, would still have considered going to England for Christmas. There is a lot of tradition around vacationing with your family, and both have really loved it in the past. So will Meghan Markle change her mind? Will she go with him? Will she join him in England? So many unanswered questions that field rumours. If this decision will also depend on the evolution of the pandemic, Prince Harry would be very much like his son to see his great-grandmother again in the flesh. Zoom calls are welcome. During this time, But nothing beats a real encounter. Harry's so close to his grandmother that he would be delighted to take Archie to London again so he can see her. A source told US Weekly for the end-of-year celebrations, Meghan Markle seems ready to make an effort. However, for the rest,